Hello and welcome back to the first chapter, first episode of FE10 free-to-play no steal. We are continuing with this challenge that I did for FE9 right before this, and we are going to do transfers. In all this was when I tried to let me buy a solo. The first thing for the other talents I currently doing. Well, not currently, currently doing for other games. Right now I'm doing this one now. So we just pick the clear data. That's what I always do. There's a clear number there. So even though you have like 6 profiles, you only really need one. I mean, the reason you use multiple profiles is to say before the last map or before the tower, just so you could save the units you've been using. That is not a thing you could do if you don't do that, because there's no trial maps for this game, unlike Path of Radiance. That's one of the advantages of trial maps for FE6, FE7 probably has those two, maybe, I'm not sure. And the multiplayer let you also do that and check that, but there's no such thing here. And we are going to do this. Let me make sure. But yeah, this game is nice enough to let you, to tell you and the clear order of Path of Radiance. Okay, so this is clear number 7. This is said to be clear number 7, clear number 4, clear number 2, clear number 7, the one that you can pick on endgame. That is probably because it didn't account for me beating the game at this one that's an endgame. It's probably my role solo. I did beat it, it's just I may not have saved anywhere. So technically this will be my like 9 clear. The point is their order, so the one with the higher number of clears is the last run I did, which is the one I need to do transfers with. So we'll pick this one, and the reason why I need to do that is because if you are going to do transfers for our challenge run, you need to make sure the transfers you're getting are from an FE9 with the same challenge. So yeah, we are picking this first one, as this one should be the proper one. We'll pick hard. We need to go hard mode, it's the highest difficulty available. And yeah, we'll be playing Radiant Down, hard mode with transfers, no steal, no money. Let's see how this goes. I have done this game as well, just with no money. It's just this game was harder and you made more use of stealing here than Path of Radiance. Path of Radiance seems to have been overkill. Not sure about this one. As you may see now, I have black borders on above and below the screen for these cutscenes. That is because cutscenes do render on 16:9 format. I could be playing this game on 16:9 format as I did some other times. I chose not to. I intentionally chose the Wii, which is what I need for transfers. There's no other way because the Wii U doesn't have access to GameCube data. And the GameCube doesn't let you play a Wii game. So I need to pick the Wii for that. I intentionally picked the Wii to play at for free the Wii yes, so this game works as works with for free format. That way,
Look,
I don't need to reduce my overlay. You may see that it is almost identical to the previous one. I just changed the colors. I mean, that still took me a while. But it is helpful because that way I didn't need to. I actually didn't need to rearrange my screen because that would be an issue if I had to play in 69 format. I would have to rearrange the screen because it would be bigger from the sides, it would be wider, and I would need to change their rules order. They just couldn't be there. I mean, maybe if I were to change this into 720p resolution, because this is what it's doing, but on 69 format, the whole screen, because the whole screen is on 4:3 format 720, and it's still fitting this screen at 4:3. It could feed the 69 for. It could feed the 69 format for a 480 screen on a 4:3 format for 720 resolution. I just had to rearrange that. If I could change this into 69 format 720 and play with 720, yes, so I could still have a space for the rules order. I would still need to resize the screen, and also it would mess up with my autos. My autos do. For the YouTube autos, I had to have the same resolution to reuse them, so that's annoying. This should, yes, help me fix that. And on 69 format for this dialogue, what you will be seeing, which you probably have seen, or you can check out my previous reading down run where it was in 69 format, what you will have is some overlay for the game itself on the sides to have the 69 format, so you are not missing anything on conversation this way. You will also not be seeing this as much. You're seeing this right now because it's the first episode, and that way I can tell you more or less the difference I noticed for playing with 4:3 format instead of 69 format. And yeah, it would just be an overlay, it wouldn't matter too much. I did notice, and the page I checked for the screen sizes to make the overlay tells in general that you should be getting a clear image if you play on 4:3, and I did notice that it felt a little better. I still don't understand because, as mentioned, the screen is technically should be the same size. The overlay should just only fill the additional lines for 69 format. But yeah, the image does look slightly better. So this is one advantage you should be having for me playing on 4:3 format. There is one drawback I'll tell whenever we get to stop with this story. I could stop with the story with Star, yes, won't do it. I need to also change some settings because the text is going too slow still for the tour. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure if I will still. So yeah, the image should be clear. I'm not sure if you could tell or not. It's hard. I mean, I did tell that on my screen where I'm watching it. You will be seeing a bit different. It is an overlay that may be a smaller screen that you may not notice the difference. So yeah, I don't think I ever played on 4:3 before. Okay, this is hard mode. There is no marking enemy ranges. I forgot about that. To be honest, I honestly forgot about that because last time I played was an Iron Man on normal mode, so I did have access to marking enemy ranges. I did complain about not being able to mark enemy ranges on Path of Radiance because you couldn't fully see them. Now you won't see them at all. But yeah, one thing I want to point out as a drawback for playing on 4.3 is that unlike the test for overlay, for the map itself, the map on 69 actually renders 69. So if you were playing on 69 format, as I almost always do, and probably this might be the first time I play on 4.3 format, if you play on 69 format, you would actually be able to see more of the map. I believe it's like 2 or 3 more tiles from left to right. Not 2 or 3 on each side, it's 2 or 3 total. But that's still more tiles that I am now not able to see when I'm playing, which could be annoying. There should be a zoom out option. Okay, there it is. You can do that, see more of the map, which I will. I need to. This is the info. I did check to see more or less how that would be different to 69 format. From what I could tell, I believe the portrait of the characters on screen for info is bigger on 4.3 format, surprisingly. And it's also looking better for some reason. And the info for these things, those squares, they're not stretched out. This is exactly the same length and everything is the same. It's just the space between one box to another. This is one box, this is another. The borders, how close they are to this line that splits this blue box into two, is smaller. They just cut borders so they could fit this into a 4.3. But yeah, this should look better on 4.3 than 69, which is interesting. I believe I should now see better images than ever before. I don't know what I'll do for reading down whenever it releases on Nintendo Switch. We recently got Path of Radiance for the Nintendo Switch Online, and I know you can have the European and the US version on our app. Fortunately, you don't have access to any of them. But like, I'm not sure if you can choose to have 50 FPS on the European, or if they had erased the resolution settings to have only one resolution for either of those versions. So I wanted to change this to fast speed, manual or fast. I think I'll leave that on manual. What is this wrangle? Yeah, I do want to see that. This is really helpful. I love the fact that they added boxes that let you see the experience, because it lets you manage more easily the units, because if you're close to a level up, you might as well go get it, or if you're close to a level up, you might as well not get it. The experience in this game is different, so I think it's fine if you go get it. It depends on the amount of stats you have. We'll go with this one. Simple, the detail is sucks. So who would be still playing with the detail combat window? The unit circle is set to be off. I'm not sure. Do you want them on or do you want them off? This is on. I guess I'll leave it on. It's also another thing that should now look better. But maybe because in 69 it didn't look as much of a circle before. It should, because again it's black borders and the map just renders more thin. What else? Okay, bonus experience display. Obviously I want to turn this on, not off. I need that on. As you see in the overlay, I don't have the reports because this is the first chapter, but I also won't be having reports soon, so I might as well try to use the bonus experience display here. And I'm not sure how the reports will be for this game because they might be on a different size. I'll just have to wait and see what I'll do about that. Wii remote. I'm currently playing with an classic controller accessory that's attached to the Wii. I can play with the GameCube controller, which I might at some point. Yeah, that seems everything. Some people do want to turn off the auto earn. I think I'd rather have it on. There's a way to look into a unit, and that's one way for me to. Okay, that's a way to do that. But I believe there was a way to. No, this is speed. This is zoom. This is also another thing. I believe there was a way to just swap between enemies when you click on an enemy. I thought that was a thing. It might not be. I mean, you could still just do this. Well, let's go play this. Because this is a no steal run, a no goal run, I should try to minimize the amount of damage taken to reduce the amount of times I need to heal a unit. Even if that means I had to fight less times an enemy, this should be fine for a heal. You also live 2 hits, so even if this guy hits you and you somehow miss one of the two, you should still live him, and I don't think you are within range of the other. Alright. I will be playing with animations on, yes, to see them for the 4-free format. That guy moved way too slow. I did not press anything, and it's probably set up to be normal right now. You can leave 1 hit, I know you can. This is guaranteed, so I don't need to worry. There's no weapon triangle for hard mode. I still have 100 accuracy against those, and they still have less than 50 accuracy against me. Pretty sure he's not within range of any enemy. They have 6 move, if I'm not mistaken. 6 move, 6 move, 6 move. No, they have 5. Then I have 6. I do have 6. They have 5 for whatever reason. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can be up to there. Do I want to? 1, 2, 3. You're farther. You're farther. I actually don't think I want to. I think what I want to is use Mikaya. She can take a hit. And she can counter. And I'm going to change this. This can speed too fast because it would be better that way. Edgar, you could heal, use a nerf. You don't need to use a water right now. Well, he's... He's Leonardo. He is bow user, and there won't be another bow user for part 1, so I need to use him because he's currently the only unit that could use both. You use once of this guy. No, but do this 100 accuracy, so I don't need to worry about you dying. Of course. Getting crits when I don't need to. That's how Fire Emblem works. Too far away. You need the same amount of tiles for both, so I kinda need to beat one of those two. Let me see, can I finish this guy? 9 damage, and you would do 9 damage, and this is 2, 4, 6. This tile is safe from that guy. Beat this guy and place Edgar within range of the other. This technically previous base experience you see on the overlay that I don't have anything written because it's previous base experience. It is said to be the one from the previous chapter, and this is the first one. The experience is quite scarce for the first part. It's probably less than that of Radiance. I mean, that makes sense because the amount of base experience you're getting from hard mode Radiant down is the same as the Japanese version, if I'm not mistaken, and on Path of Radiance, hard mode base experience is the same as hard mode from the Japanese version, but that's not the highest difficulty, so you get more base experience than the Japanese highest difficulty for Path of Radiance. That's why it probably is less base experience on Radiant down, because it felt that way. Maybe for Japanese players it just couldn't feel that way, but I don't know, because I haven't played many, and it seems that I never will because they didn't give us many for the online service. Not like I have it, I still don't have a Switch to either, so I would not be able to just check it out. I just check it from all the people playing it. That's what usually happens. There are many people who make content out of something that just released. I do want to get kills with third car. Do I? He's not the only sword unit you get. I think I'd rather train Leonardo as bad as it sounds. Again, this is the only bow user for part 1. This is the only bow user you get from this group. This one is closer than the others, so as long as you could leave this guy, which you can, should place it within range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Go there. If Edgar gets hit, which he probably will, it should be within growth range, and the less team get 50% crit for this game. The Japanese version is different, but like I think both games would let you still have that, because this is what less than 50% to get 50 crit. Actually, I think the Japanese version, the Japanese version is maybe 10%, which is actually terrible, because that means you will need to have 1 or maybe 2 HP in order to trigger that. But yeah, but whatever. We got a crit. That's all that matters. Let's set the kill with one of those two. Which one? I don't know. I'll give it to Mikaya. I think if I had to pick between those two, I'll go with Mikaya, because I could give eventually that bow to all the units, but Limatic is something I will only be able to use with her freeze at some point. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Freeze at some point, and it probably just that. Like, I don't think that tier 1 killer will get promoted. This another unit that could use Limatic way later on, but she probably doesn't need to, because she has a curve weapon. Leonardo can take another hit from this guy. She's good to know. So what we'll do is fighting with, let me check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, in that case I can use Mikaya from here. It's close to a level up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need to be here. Yes, this guy goes this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Edgar, you need to be at least here. And Leonardo will just take the hit. Next turn, I should be able to finish this guy without taking damage. I probably will need to use some healing to fight the boss, but that's okay. Let's see, please be a good level up. Magic, speed, luck and rest, that's a cool level up. Leonardo, if you don't have 100 accuracy, you also don't have 100 accuracy, so my options are heal Leonardo and take another hit, then try to finish him, or heal Edgar. I think I'll rather heal Edgar. So yeah, Maniac mode barely does get any experience for the first part, and you don't get to have access to that until a few chapters later, so you probably don't need to worry about the turn limit for the experience early on. You are on a different class, you do have 6 more, 2, 4, 6, 7. Let me check, because you will probably also have more damage output. That's 19 pack. There's no weapon triangles, so now it is easier to check the amount of damage taken. That'll be 14 damage taken. You should be fine if I heal you. 5 HP, that'll be 12. HP, and it's 14 damage taken, right? So Mikaya doing that won't help you in any way. I'll have to go heal go heal Edgar again with an herb. Make the other units closer. I could still, however, sacrifice this for some experience. That's 10 points of experience. That's for free. Crit. Nice one. You could maybe gamble for another crit here. I don't think I will. Let's see if I can finish this guy with Mikaya or Leonardo. Alright, let me see. Could you get this skill? Okay, that's good enough. Didn't get any level up with Edgar. It could be problematic, but I'll get through this, right? Okay, this is the experience. Let me take an screenshot just in case for this part, but this is not the report you should be getting later on. This is the one that I might use temporary, which is different than the one we had in the Radiance. This is, first of all, with a different color. There's a clear bonus of base experience and a turn bonus. This is one of the few advantages of reading down over Pith of Radiance. Pith of Radiance on Maniac mode and hard mode, it did not have clear bonus base experience. They were only turn bonus base experience, so you are guaranteed to get base experience no matter the difficulty for Radiant down. Anyway, that should be it for this first episode. Again, it is a little longer, as I was mentioning everything for the overlay, the resolution choice, changes, and the gameplay in general, having to change options. I hope you keep looking this challenge. Will continue the same pace as Path of Radiance, 3 videos a week until it's over. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.